Well, it's day one of rolling out It's Learning, and it's kind of like in the classroom when I'm trying to do some new lesson using all this new amazing technology, and then you get ready to start the video that you want your kids to see and interact with, and it freezes. It doesn't work. And then everybody's sitting on the carpet just waiting for the teacher to gain control again. Yeah, that's kind of what this morning felt like for me because the Google Docs weren't working and the Google Forms weren't working, and I was expecting that to happen. Thanks for being patient with me. I spoke to Anna on the phone today, and she encouraged me and told me to keep on going, and she was excited to be getting into the lessons and the work. But because today's morning was kind of crazy, you're getting Miss T in her pajamas today with this crazy hair. Oh, something else happened today. You know how sometimes just days are not the greatest? Well, today, my little bunny, who I call Bun Bun, decided that today was a great day to chew a bun bun sized hole on the side of his playpen and come and go as he pleases in my spare bedroom. Yeah, so that happened today too. And so now he is just living it up in his own little apartment in my spare bedroom, and luckily he's litter box trained, so he comes and goes from his playpen as he likes, and right now he is just lounging in the sun in there. I'll try to get him for the end of this video. Alright, so nothing fancy from this video today. You get wild and wacky Miss Thompson. I really look like I just rolled out of bed, and I kind of did. And I've just been here waiting to see who needs help with this learning. And again, if you need help, please reach out because it's helping me figure out what I can do differently to make it easier for you guys. So please, reach out if you need me. All right, so this will bring some calm to my day, reading The Wild Robot with you. So snuggle up, pat yourself on the back that we got through day one of It's Learning phase of learning. And let's relax for a moment. Chapter 43. The Gosling Takes Off. It must be hard to have a robot for a mother. I think the hardest part for Brightbill was all the mystery that surrounded Roz. Where had she come from? What was it like to be a robot? Would she always be there for him? These questions filled the Gosling's mind, and his feelings for his mother swung between love and confusion and anger. I'm sure many of you know what that's like. Roz could sense that Brightbill was struggling, and so she spent a lot of time talking with him about families and geese and robots. There are other robots on the island, said the Gosling during one of their talks. He'd been sitting beside his mother in the garden and now stood and faced her. I've even got laundry on the back of... Miss Thompson's a mess today. Bear with me. Yes, there are others on the island, said Roz, but they are inoperative. Inoperative? For a robot, being inoperative is like being dead. Where are the dead robots? They're on the northern shore. I want to see them. I do not think that is a good idea. Why not? You're still a Gosling. You're too young to see dead robots. I'll take you to see them when you're older. Mama, I'm not a Gosling anymore. Brightbill puffed out his chest. I'm already 4 months old. I'm sorry, said Roz, but you cannot go. Brightbill stomped around the garden and squawked. This isn't fair. I promised I'll take you to see them when you're older, said the robot. But I want to go now. Please calm down. You can't even fly. I could take off and you wouldn't be able to stop me. Roz stood and her long shadow fell across her son. The Gosling could feel his emotions swinging wildly, and for a moment he was actually afraid of his mother. Without thinking, he sprinted toward the pond, beat his wings, and flew away. Chapter 4. The Runaway. Your son will be fine, said Loudwing. You know how they are at this age. I do not know, said Roz. Please tell me how they are at this age. Oh, right. Well, Brightbill is growing up fast. It's only natural for adolescent Goslings to be a little, moody. He just needs to be alone for a while. You have raised a wonderful son. I know he'll come home soon. Try not to worry." But Roz did worry. At least she worried as much as a robot could. Brightbill had never run away or flown away, and suddenly Roz was computing all the things that could go wrong. A violent storm, a broken wing, a predator. She had to find her son before something bad happened. There was only one place Brightbill could have gone: the robot gravesite. So Roz galloped northward. She leaped over rocks and ducked under branches and charged through meadows without even slowing her pace. She raced all the way across the island until she finally stepped onto the sea cliffs above the gravesite. And there was Brightbill, perched on the edge, looking at the robot parts scattered on the shore below. His eyes were wet. "Don't be angry," he said as his mother walked over. "I'm not angry, but you should not have flown off like that. You could have gotten hurt, or worse. I was worried sick." "I'm sorry, Mama." "It's okay," said Roz. "It's only natural for goslings your age to be a little moody." "Mama, I need to understand what you are, and I think it might help to see those other robots." "You are right, it might help. Why are you not down there?" "I was about to go," said Brightbill, "but I got nervous. I want you to go with me." "Let us go down there," said Roz, together. Chapter 45, The Dead Robots. The gosling floated on the breeze beside his mother as she climbed down the cliffside. Down they went past ledges and seagulls and tough little trees until they were standing on the rocky shore with the cliffs looming behind them. The gravesite had changed. Roz's crate was gone, lost to the weather or waves. Some of the robot parts were gone too. Other parts were gritty with sand, or were tangled in seaweed, or were inhabited by small scuttling creatures. One smashed torso still had a head and legs attached. Roz and Brightbill huddled around the corpse and studied the mess of tubes spilling out. "This thing used to look like you," said Brightbill. Or he said it like this. "This thing used to look like you?" said Brightbill. "Yeah, we are the same type of robot," said Roz. "And now this robot is dead." "In a way." "Will you ever die, Mama?" "All things die eventually." The gosling's face scrunched with worry. "Brightbill, you're going to live a long, happy life." Roz laid a hand on her son's back. "You should not worry about death." The gosling's face relaxed, and then he pointed to a small round shape on the back of the robot's head. "What's that?" he said. Roz leaned in closer. "That is a button, which is a knob on a piece of machinery that can be pressed to operate it." Brightbill began pressing the button. Click, click, click. Nothing is happening, probably because the robot is dead. Click, click, click. "Mama, do you have a button?" Brightbill watched as his mother's head turned all the way around and a small button came into view. "You've got one," he said. "I've never noticed it before." "Neither did I," said the robot. The gosling giggled. "Oh, Mama, you have so much to learn about yourself." Roz reached for the button on her head, but her hand automatically stopped before she could touch it. She tried with her other hand. It automatically stopped as well. "It seems I cannot press the button," she said. "Would you like to try?" "What will happen?" Is Brightbill going to press this button on his mom's head? "I think I will shut down, but I think you could simply press the button again and restart me." "You think?" squawked Brightbill. "What if you're wrong? What if you wake up different? What if you never wake up? Mama, I don't want to shut you down." Roz turned her head back around and saw that Brightbill's face was once again scrunched with worry. She knelt beside him and said, "Of course you do not have to shut me down. I'm sorry if I scared you. Are you okay?" "I'm okay." Brightbill sniffled and wiped away his eyes. Then he heard splashing. Otters were playing in the ocean. He had never seen otters before. He stared as they swam and dove, sloshed around with one another, and suddenly the gosling was smiling again. "Hello, my name is Brightbill," he shouted over to the waves, "and this is my mama. Her name is Roz." The last time those otters had seen Roz, they had thought she was some kind of monster. But since then, they'd heard that she was remarkably friendly, and that she'd even adopted an orphaned gosling. And so the otters smiled at Roz and Brightbill, and they swam straight over and splashed onto the rocks. "Hello there," said the biggest otter. "Nice to meet you both. Actually, Roz, we've met you once before, but you might not remember. My name's Shelley." I do remember you, but I'm glad to learn your name, Shelley, said the robot. You know each other? Said the Gosling. These otters were the first animals I ever met, said Roz. They were also the first animals who ever ran away from me. Yeah, sorry about that, said Shelley as the other otters sniffed the robot's leg. You know, Brightbill, when we first saw your mom, she was packed in a box and surrounded by soft, squishy stuff. Brightbill's brow furrowed. You wouldn't believe how small she looked, all folded up in there. Brightbill's nose niffled. We thought she was dead, but when we reached into the box, she came to life and climbed out looking like a sparkling monster. Brightbill's eyes welled up with tears, and then he felt his mother scooping into her arms. Are you okay? She whispered in his ear. I think I've learned enough about robots for today, he whispered back. I'm sorry, otters, said Roz, but we really must be going. I hope I didn't upset the little guy, said Shelley. I thought he'd like to hear how we first met. Brightbill will be fine, said Roz, using a friendly voice. But we have had a very busy day, and we should go home. It was nice to see you again. Goodbye. Roz turned, and with her long strides, she carried her son away from the gravesite and over to the base of the sea cliffs. Would you like to sit on my shoulder as I climb? Said the robot. I feel like flying, said the Gosling. I'll meet you at the top. Brightbill flapped his wings and disappeared into the sky. Roz began scaling the wall. Up she went, expertly negotiating rocky columns and ledges until she hoisted herself onto the cliff top, where 2 young bears were waiting. We're stopping there today. Man, Roz and Brightbill had kind of a rough day just like me today. But it's only going to get better. The sun is shining. It's beautiful outside. I'm about to take this guy outside to get a bath. He has no idea. That's why he's still sleeping. Again, you can see I was in the midst of doing laundry and the dog's laid down on my laundry. Let me go see if I can get you a picture of Naughty Bun Bun and the hole he chewed. Here's the naughty little guy. He thinks I have carrots. I do not, so he's going to be disappointed. Here's a box he could be perfectly happy with inside of his cage, but no, he chewed that hole. Do you see this hole? Ugh, bunny. I hope you enjoyed today's read aloud and that little naughty bunny. Just remember that everybody has some rough days sometimes, and be good to your siblings today. Show appreciation to your mom and dad today, and get outside and play. Let's do that. See ya!